Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Good to see you all. Today, we're talking about little Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Jack, 4 years old, and Lilly, 6, vanished from their Pictou County home in Nova Scotia more than 4 months ago on May 2nd, 2025. The RCMP did a massive search and then scaled it back, looking with drones, dogs, volunteers, all of that. There is new documents that are out. We have scoured through some of them. We'll continue to scour through more, but there's a lot to talk about, and we're going to get to that on the other side of this. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is September 9th, 2025. It is currently 6:59 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hey, y'all. Thank you, Susie B, Deborah, Marie, Sherry, Peacemaker, hello, Tammy, Julie, Susan, Sassy, always late, Lady Gracious, Stacy, Grace, Jackie, Sally, Mama Angie, Leslie, Robin, Fran. I am feeling much better today. Much better today. Every day is getting better. So hopefully we're getting out of the woods. I don't think I need to go to the doctor or anything. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Good to see you all. Yeah, much better. Much better. Just trying to get all of this gunk out of me. You know what I mean? I think I do sound better today. Oh, thank you, Tina. Thank you, Sweet Seas. Good to see you, honey. Thank you so much. Memory too for Renee's name. Thank you, Jesse. No problem. No problem. It was my pleasure, and thank you for being part of that, Miss Tina. Truly good to see you. For those of you who don't know, yesterday little Renesmee you can buy like a tree in memory of little Renesmee. And we did that yesterday while we were live on behalf of the channel for all of you guys. So it's just a little token of a good deed that this tree will go on to live decades, maybe hundreds of years even. And it's a little token of something good that we can do out of this horrible situation, you know? So we left a little, trees they give shelter to birds and animals. They give off oxygen and give off life to us. And it's just a beautiful way to remember, in someone's memory of doing something good in someone's name. So I put the certificate yesterday on the community post. So if you want to see it, it's over there. So thank you so much, Tina. I do appreciate your love. Nanette, thank you, babies. This case drives me crazy. Oh, girl, don't it? Doesn't it? Doesn't it? I'm telling you, man, does it ever drive you crazy? And it's driving me crazy as well. You're not the only one. Now, we're going to talk about Mr. Daniel, of course. Is this still considered is it criminal? If it's not, what do you classify this as? RCMP going to do an update? What are we going to do? So there's that. So thank you so much, Nanette. Appreciate you. Hey, Christina. Good to see you. Thank you so much, honey. Less than our zoo just rescued 3 scatter monkeys from the room. Aw, bless them. Bless them. Thank you so much, Christina. Yeah, there's some crazy ass people out there. Very crazy ass people. So spider monkeys are the best. They're the best. Thank you so much, Christina. Appreciate you very much. And Miss Pam. Yes, thank you, sweet pea. You're very sweet. Thank you so much. Good to see you live. Thank you very, very much, Miss Panda. And Jackie, thank you so much as well, honey. Thank you. Appreciate you very much for the tree. Very sweet input. Yeah. Yeah. You want to talk about a case? It is. It is. Angie says, I still feel like J and L will be found this fall just outside of the search area in the woods, likely by hunters or hiker searchers. I mean, do you mean when you say that, Miss Angie? Hey, Cher, good to see you, darling. Do you mean like they walked outside of that search area, or they will be found? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, will they be found in like placed, or found as in they walked? I'd just like to hear your opinion on that, my dear. Oh, Jeepsgate, I'm sorry. It's the season change right now. It's the last bit of pollen, and the leaves are about to start turning, and then it's all downhill for there for 6 months for us in the cold climates. um, I found abandoned kitties. Oh, you guys are amazing. I love y'all's hearts. I truly, truly do. No, they were put there by someone. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think any way, shape, or form that Jack and Lily walked out of that home on their own accord at all. Now, oh, hey, Angel. Oh, no, Angel. Oh, baby, I am so sorry. Of course, I'm asking for prayers. My brother had a massive stroke. and passed away last night. So I'm heartbroken. Love you, all my Pearl family. Thank you. Of Angel, I'm so, so sorry. Let me tell you something. Angel, I'm going to cry. I can't do it. Angel is just the sweetest human being and just so, so caring. And I just love her to pieces. I love every one of you guys to pieces, truly. Um, and so I'm so sorry, Angel. It's very tough. It's very tough. And, as I get older, if the Lord lets me live 80 years, I am midlife right now. And I feel like I just started. I feel like I should be in the cafeteria and they should be opening up my milk cartons still. Truly. I don't feel 40. But I think there's so many that has passed around me, and people that I've worked with. We've lost 3 people that I worked with. They're my age, whether it be an accident, whether it be um, cancer, that kind of thing. And it's so weird as you get older. You know what I mean? It's so weird. And how just time moves on. It's very weird. I don't know. Angel, we are certainly praying for you, honey. You text me or call me at any hour if you need me. Promise. Any hour. Mean it. So I don't do good with thinking about time. I just don't. Never have, probably never will. Oh, I'm sorry, Mommy Angie. Sorry, honey. Thank you, Miss Sheila. Love you too, darling. My son is only 44 and have to have 4 stints, but in his heart last week. Yeah. Um, I have some doctor's appointments coming up, and I have a feeling my dad died of a massive heart attack in his late 40s. And I have a feeling I'm going to have to be getting some work done before too long as well. I'm going to try like hell to just get my shit together, do it the natural way as much as possible. Well, we are all experiencing time all at once, past, present, and future. Yeah, time is an illusion. Justin, do you have Audible? Of course I have Audible. Yes, I sure do. For anyone that has lost, yeah. I am, Fran. I am. I'm getting it checked. I've had my heart checked throughout. Get it checked every 5 years or so. That's sweet, Michaela. Yeah, you're right, Christine. You're right. You just can't eat like you do when you're in your 20s. That's what I'm learning. I just can't eat like I did when I was 20. Everything kind of slows down. So 1 second, please. Sorry, I just need to. All right. So there's these new. It is silly Lily. And let me tell you something. I have worked in funeral homes. I have worked in hospice, and I can tell you that is so, so true. It's so true. It is. It's close to us all. That's terrifying. I was a person cannot we're getting sidetracked, but we'll get back on it, I promise. A person cannot think about their death for more than a few seconds. Did you know that? Like, they say, like, your mind can't go there. So you'll think about it, and then you have to start thinking about something else, which is interesting. I love things like, just knowing things like that. Yeah. So there's that. Okay. Moving forward. I have been called back after a mammogram last week. I am terrified. Lady Gracious, you got this. It is better to get it early, and thank God you got a mammogram. My mom has my birth mother. She survived breast cancer. My mother-in-law, who is like my mother, survived breast cancer. I'm praying it's no cancer at all for you, but it's good you're getting it checked. That's the main thing. Yes, Jam, hug my duck a little tighter. That's right. We only get so many trips around the sun. We really do. Sorry, my nose is. We really only get so many trips around the sun, and that's it. And it's not promised. So guys, do me a favor before we get started. If you don't mind hitting that thumbs up button, would greatly appreciate that. Consider sharing the live out, would mean so much, truly, very much. Usually just assist, please don't be scared. Yes, or it can be just more of a massive part of the breast as well. So I'm a 15-year cancer survivor. It could be fatty. Yeah. There's a lot of things. I agree with that, friend. I agree. Kim says, I want to see what Kim says here. RCMP needs to go back and search the perimeter of the area 5 to 10 mile radius. That's a big radius. If they did unalive and place them out in the woods, then they would want to have them near. Perhaps. So they have searched the area. Very good, right? I mean, you hell, I mean, they really searched this area. Buku's amount. And something is going on with Mr. Daniel right now. Which I find interesting. He's still a little paranoid. Why are you so paranoid, Daniel? You know what I'm talking about, Daniel. Look at these searches. Huge operation, right? And I can tell you, if they were in this area, they would be found, in my opinion. Because you got to remember, they did not find the leaves were not out whenever they first went missing, right? There might have been a few little buds, but that was pretty much it. Daniel, what happened to being so sure of yourself? How did court go for Meadow? I don't know. But guilt and rugs make you paranoid. Well, Daniel is certainly paranoid right now. Well, Susie, I'm so glad we're all on a date together. I'm having fun. How about you? We got to find these kids, y'all. Oh, wow. God bless you, Kim. 11-year non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer survivor. Wow. I think his court is the 16th of September. Okay, there we go. So, they would have been found. Now, the thing about all of this, right? RCMP, at least according to these documents, I got all these documents. It seems to be that the RCMP is basing everything off of, it feels like, at least in my opinion, a lie detector test. And also because they don't see anyone on like the toll area. And that's just not good enough for me, in my opinion, because, and I'm truly saying this, out of any case I have ever covered, and there has been a lot, any case I have ever covered, I have never seen someone lie so much ever about a missing children and what happened. So I don't know how in the hell he could pass whenever we clearly are able to point out the lies. Yes. Uber, why did you ask if I had Audible, by the way? I wanted to know. It was like a faulty test. Well, I wanted to know, like, why, not only that, but there was two different people that um, gave Malaya or versus Malaya versus Daniel's test as well. Yes, it is Mama Angie. Yeah. In my opinion, I have a feeling they're covering for. See, I don't think Malaya would cover for Angie, or not. Sorry, not. I was just reading Angie's things. I don't think Malaya would cover for Janie. They don't really like each other. She has no reason to, in my opinion. You are absolutely right, Leia. Absolutely right, Justin. The low income and Aboriginal women and children are at the highest risk for missing. That is true. 1,000%. 1,000%. And also not getting solved as well. It's really sad, right? So, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, NY Leo. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate you. What are you doing? Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you very much for your support. Thank you. I'll always on empty. I'm sorry, I did not see this earlier. Thank you so much, honey. Appreciate you. Good to see you, my dear. Jackie, did I say thank you? I've got the memory of a goldfish, guys, so thank you so much. Really do appreciate you. I didn't thank you, my dear. Good to see you. It's Little Red's birthday. Happy birthday, Little Red. Happy birthday to you, my dear. Good to see you. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much. Janie wasn't able to take the polygraph due to health issues, allegedly. Yep. Yep. She couldn't take this lie detector test because of allegedly some health issue, and didn't want anybody in her cupboards. The old Mother Hubbard didn't want anyone in her cupboards. That's the poem to the day for Junkyard Janie. There you have it. I don't think Janie, in my opinion, did anything to hurt the kids or anything like that. But in my opinion, I do feel like she has knowledge or something like that. Something like that. You know, with the four-wheelers and all that, very, very suspicious to me. Another one, Earl. Mr. Earl has been very, very quiet, right? And who's Daniel going to call? Who's Daniel going to call? Remember, Daniel went to pick up his friends, he says, to go searching for Jack and Lily, which is interesting to me because you would think that they would come to him to go, to go searching, but I guess he had to give them a ride, maybe. He is right. He was gone a lot the first and second day, weren't you, Daniel? Weren't you, Daniel? So there's that. I don't know. And I mean, just look at this. Look at this. There's an old snow shovel, all of this outside here. I mean, I think that they could hear, I believe Janie, she could hear pretty much everything outside there. And she says she didn't hear Jack or Lily at all, leaving whatsoever. Look here. You can see footprints, right? All kinds of footprints, footprint. See, people walking, footprint. And let me make that bigger so y'all can see it. But on the day Jack and Lily go missing, there's maybe one or two boot prints. And this, all in this area, was brand newly raked, right? See those footprints? See the footprints going down through here? Footprint. You can see things are walking. But on that day, just, some random ass footprint. One or two. Thank you, Uber, for renewing your membership. Appreciate you now, dear. They said that his what was it? I think it's like the 15th or something like that. It's coming up. Thank you, Uber. That's very kind of you. Appreciate you gifting 5 pearl necklaces. Thank you so much, Uber. If you received one of those, make sure you give Uber a big, big thank you. Daniel, where is the kids at? Where are the babies at? I've been in both types of homes. The walls are thin. You can hear everything inside. Yeah, and I mean, Janie's little RV, like, it's been stripped the hell out too. It's been stripped the hell out as well. A couple things. Let's go to this. Let's go to Mr. Mathtel. Someone said there was court yesterday, but I was covering some other cases yesterday, so I don't know. I can't imagine. I mean, do you guys think that, that they will get custody back? Kiki, I didn't get you didn't ask me, did you? Thank you, Kiki. When was your birthday? Last week? Was it last week? Happy birthday. I'll make it up to you. Justin, court didn't happen, rescheduled. Okay. Stripped out, Christina. Like the other day, the 7th, 2 days ago. Happy birthday, Kiki. I'll make it up to you. I do believe that they will give the babies back to her. She has not been charged. Yeah, I think she'll get them back as well. I think she will get them back. Again, may not agree with it, but I do believe she'll get them back. Yeah. And Daniel will get some parental, rights probably back as well. Yeah, and they'll just have to share. Yeah, but CPS was involved. Yeah. In Meadow, is Meadow with family members or random foster? Random foster. Oh, got you, Uber. Thank you. They can't clean the yard, but they can rake the driveway. Pretty much. All right. Let's go to this real quick before we get started. By the way, I was watching there was, I think it was Hidden in the Fog. I'll pull it up in a minute. Someone, I guess, came to her and said that they thought they saw Lilly. Did you guys see that? It was from some months back, allegedly, but I think she just released it.
The day Jack and Lilly disappeared, that he was a suspect. He's been their stepfather for more than 2 years, living together in this.
Yep, sure have. Yes, there's a lot of autistic kids that I think it's a bullshit story too, to be honest with you. And it's nothing negative I'm saying toward Hidden in the Fog. She's just doing the interview. Everyone's naturally going to be interested, but these people that make up these stories for like attention.
Trailer. Martel says that's why he has fully cooperated with police.
Everything from my phone, doing a polygraph exam, and just ask them to do, here you go, search everything, just do everything you can for the kids, right?
Freshly unsealed court documents detail how RCMP combed through bank records, phone data, and GPS locations. Investigators wanted to know the exact whereabouts of Martel and the children's mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, in the days leading up to the children's disappearance, and cross-reference that information with the statements they gave to police. The documents reveal that as of July 16th, investigators did not believe the case was criminal. By that point, 6 polygraph tests had been done, including on both Brooks Murray and Martel. They were also done on Martel's mother, on Brooks Murray's mother and her partner, and on the children's biological father. Brooks Murray was given a polygraph in what police describe as an effort to eliminate her as a suspect in causing her children's disappearance and possible murder. She passed, and so did Martel.
They've done a full background check as much as they could possibly do. And
hey, Daniel, would you do an independent polygraph? Would you do an independent polygraph for someone like Nancy Grace? I mean, if you're confidently innocent, as you claim, you should have no problem.
I mean, I'm pretty thankful for them to spend the time and spend the resources to try to figure out everything.
An extensive search on Martel's property and the surrounding 8.5 square kilometers has turned up only a few clues. One was a boot print matching Lily's size 11 feet. Another was a pink blanket hanging from a tree found by family members of the children's mother. A piece of blanket was also seized from a garbage bin at the end of the family's driveway. Martel says it was the same blanket, but it had...
So convenient. So convenient. This blanket that was clearly in Jack and Lily's window, and they claimed it was a window, and then they changed it to a door because you could see the pink blanket in the freaking window. and then the pink blanket is gone. How interesting. Does like the RCMP not see this shit?
And thrown out.
I mean, it's mysterious as it is, because the distance from the garbage bin to where the blanket was found is...
He's very uncomfortable talking about this. Watch him. The distance.
But it had been ripped apart and thrown out.
I mean, it's mysterious as it is, because the distance from the garbage bin to where the blanket was found is almost 1 kilometer.
RCMP have previously said Lilly's blanket was sent for forensic analysis. To date, police have received 740 tips and more than 9,300 videos, and say a tremendous amount of careful, deliberate, investigative work is ongoing to locate Lilly and Jack. Angela McIver.
What was that?
To date, police have received 740 tips and more than 9,300 videos, and say a tremendous amount of careful, deliberate, investigative work is ongoing to locate Lilly and Jack.
Daniel, for whatever reason, doesn't seem as confident this week. I don't know. Do you, Daniel? But if you're saying that, for instance, if the RCMP is saying, well, they're not in those woods, and they're not in, pulling up something, bear with me, and they're not in the and you're basing it off of, well, there's no tolls, they didn't go through the tolls. They clearly had an ATV, and the neighbor, just a couple days after they went missing, said hello. They were going in and out several times that night, right? Now, on Hidden in the Fog, she shared this. Wait, let me get the other one first. Let's do this one. It's all lies, Susan. Don't fall for them. Avoid the pure untruth. Why the hell does he say that? Avoid the pure untruth. Untruth. That's a weird way to say something. Don't go into the darkness of it all, says the one with the math pipe. Says the one with the math pipe. The untruth, again, the untruth doesn't do anything for Lilly and Jack. You're free to judge me all you like, and the world is free to as well. I don't mind. Daniel, you really fucking mind. You really mind, mother chicken. Let's get that straight. You have done everything in your power to say things like, they're going after Malaya now. They're not going after me because they know I'm just trying to redirect. That's all you do, Daniel. You're like a juggling act. Almost every message or word I introduce is twisted. Remember that. And the story becomes harder to comprehend. What? The story becomes harder to comprehend? Well, there's just so many lies that you have told. Outright, provable lies. Easy, right? Which was once a story of two innocent, you are such a manipulating witch, Daniel, which was once a story of two innocent children being missing is now an international sea of untruth and deception. He is such a diva. You are such a diva, Mr. Mathdell. He tries to use them $5 words and don't know what they mean. Boom, so true. Thank you, Uber. You now own I Know You Are Lying, Mark. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Uber. That's very kind of you. Them referring to it as a story is sick. Yeah. 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 All right. Now let me show you this one. We're going to go back to that one little part there in just a second. Susan, I'm fully aware that this will be screenshotted, but still I message back even though I could just leave it unread. Oh my God. Shall we gravel at the feet of Mathdell that he messaged someone back with his presence? You narcissistic pig. Okay. Let's see here. I want you to understand that. I can't with this mother. I really can't. You think you are something, Daniel. It's the math making you think this. I hope you know. You have your cheekbones are saying it loud and clear in that interview, Daniel. Very much so. The cheekbones in that interview we just saw is showing it. Sure is. The freaking arrogance. Susan, I'm fully aware that this will be screenshotted, but still I message back even though I could just leave it to unread. I want you to understand that. Explanation points. He loves those. The lies are like fog, Susan. If you avoid the fog, your presumption of the case appears clear. Don't hide in the fog. It will change your perception and beliefs. It's crystal clear, Daniel. I'm sorry, Susan. That's all I can offer you. Content creators rise with spreading misinformation, and the select few faces the life-changing ramifications because of it. What? Content creators rise and spread misinformation, and the select few face the life-changing ramifications of it. Daniel, you can kiss every square inch of my ramification. Okay? I just want you to know that. Kiss every square inch of the ramification on my backside. Okay? Yeah, he loves to be, he loves poetry, you know. Underneath the waterfall, tell Malaya I love her. She'll know what that means. I don't know Mama Angie, but I can tell you one thing. He can kiss every ramification that ever rammed or facade. Okay? Kiss my ram and my facade and my shun, Daniel. Okay? But going back to this right here. with it. It's all lies, Susan. It's all lies. When he says, almost every message or word I introduce is twisted, and the story becomes harder to comprehend. Okay, I'm calling your bluff. Calling your bluff. Daniel. Mr. Damn Daniel. Let's look at some of these, shall we? Let's look at some of these little messages that Mr. Mathtel loves to talk about. Well, damn it, what did I do with them? I knew I just had them here. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's right here. Sorry, I thought I had it up. Okay. 2 seconds, guys. He is just absolutely unbelievable that I don't know how, like, the RCMP didn't laugh him out of the freaking building. I really don't get it. I really, really don't get it. Okay. So weird. Okay. Let's look at some of these messages right here. Daniel, what is all of these means? These twisted messages. Who searched for 20 minutes and found it? It doesn't fly to where the boot print was located 1,000 feet away. Remember, Daniel, you say, oh, Susie Q. Bless you, honey. You're the one that is now agreeing with this this blanket didn't fly, right? Whenever you, one of the few times you admitted to lying about when the blanket was found, right? Now you're saying, how did it fly there? How does all this going on? Come on, who happens to stumble upon it? And I agree. And I've been saying this since day one, whenever you didn't want to talk about it. You didn't want to talk about it, did you, Danny boy? Janie, Daniel, what brook did you take the kids to? Good question. Oh my God, Justin, you made me spit out my coffee. Kiss my ramification. Oh God. I'm the one who told the media we were seen the day before I released the blanket evidence, and still people think the worst. Truly sad. You released the blanket evidence, Daniel? That was you? Oh my God. How did you release the blanket evidence? And who says it's evidence? Interesting. Interesting. Now, question. Was it Daniel in the beginning said the blanket was Daphne? Was it? He said the blanket was not Lilly and Jack's, right? Because he switched a couple times. It wasn't, it was. It wasn't, it was. And then Malaya said the opposite, and then they get on the same page. And then they're like, yeah. Okay, just making sure, yeah. It wasn't, then it was, yeah. Yeah, he didn't want to talk about that. And he that's the one thing he admitted to lying on. Because why? They don't want to put pressure on, yet they are building evidence. Daniel, who the hell are they building evidence against? Who? How do you know this? I mean, we know we have messages of you saying that you have someone in the RCMP with all the deets, right? And I hope the RCMP, and I would hope that they have looked at it, that they have seen that message as well. Malaya was normal the night before she put the kids to bed. I worked on the fence with mom. By the way, you don't take one polygraph exam. You do multiple back to back to check for inconsistencies with a baseline, etc. I completed 3 exams over a 3-hour completed 3 exams over a span of 3 hours. Sounds like you did your research, Daniel. Darren's story is exaggerated to force pressure onto the parties involved. Now, Daniel, these are your messages. Who's twisting anything? Right? Who is twisting anything? That it's completely not Uber. That's what that means. Only rugs on the property were Malaya's. Are you serious, Mattel? No, not a chance. You know better. You know better, Daniel. I don't know if Malaya ever did rugs, but I certainly believe Mattel by so many different people that knows him, that have spoken publicly, spoken to me privately, that knows him, says he likes his pipe hot, if you know what I mean. Daniel, did your mommy tell you to shut those effing kids up? Is it what they are gone and left malnourished and covered in bruises? You got to remember, Miss Lilly, admittedly by Daniel, said she had a bruise when she went missing. Doesn't sound too good when a kid goes missing and they got a bruise. I've been vocal since the start about finding the kids. We all decide. Lily and Jack are the only goal I have. No, it's to keep your ass out of the clink. That's your only goal. Let's see here. So let's talk about these messages, Daniel. There's no one else to target other than me and mom because they hide. I've been vocal since the start about finding the kids. You've been vocal to try to make yourself look pristine. And you're about as pristine as a contaminated math pipe. We all decided, Jack and Lily, okay, we all know who planted it, guys. Daniel says that. We all know who planted it. Who the fuck planted it, Daniel? Because we don't know. I mean, is the RCMP, I mean, are we on the same fucking planet here? How do you twist this, Daniel? We all know who planted it, guys. A blanket doesn't grow wings. It blew out the back of the four-wheeler. Joe Neal, pipe. Will I turn into one? Like, you don't choose. Seriously. We all know who planted it, guys. RCMP, could you ask him this question? He says, we all know who planted it. Well, please tell us. Who do you know that was lurking around your home, Daniel, and planting boot prints and blankets and all of that? Yep, that's exactly right. He's on planet math with his head stuck in Uranus, his anus. That's what he's doing. Yes, that's exactly right. He is the one who said it was planted before anyone. Malaya didn't plant it. She was gone. I don't believe Malaya planted it. Nope. Did you leave them on the side of the road, Daniel, or pick on Jack and Lily too hard? Yep, I think he lost his cool. I think he got a bad batch that night. And I really, truly am fearful if he is still on the stuff, that all it takes is another bad batch for any other child around him, in my opinion, or woman, whoever. And I believe something bad, God forbid, would happen again. Why were you banging around the bathroom? Were you even in the bathroom? No, but have people say I had rugs in is completely untrue, and she did with no mention is inexcusable. Vape pens for THC, not illegal, but still to say I had rugs is completely false. Daniel, give it up. You convince no one. Mattel, you convince no one. It's beyond. I mean, even Daniel's friends, one that was helping him out that day, has been charged with rugs. Daniel, we've shown it on here. Huh. Martel confirmed that on Monday night, the Mountie showed him shirts, a blanket, and a water bottle found during the search near Gairloch Rd, but he said none of the items belong to either child. The suspect is called Aladdin flying on a blanket. Yep. That's it. Kie broken. He's not getting that privilege. Sorry. Sorry. Shame on the devil, Daniel. Until but look here. He says it right here. That Daniel says the blanket The water bottle during the search near Gairloch doesn't belong to the kids. Now, why would you say that, Daniel? But now you're saying the complete opposite, that it's planted and you know who planted it. Martel confirmed on Monday night the Mountie showed him shirts, a blanket, and a water bottle found during the search near Gairloch Rd, but he said none of the items belonged to either child. Where was it here? It doesn't fly to where the boot print was located 1,000 feet away. Come on, who happens to stumble upon that? Right? And then he says, we all know who planted it, guys. A blanket doesn't grow wings. What happened, Daniel? What happened? You said, no, it's not Jack and Lily's. And then, yeah, that's Jack and Lily's, or the pink blanket is theirs. But you say, who planted it? Who planted it? We're asking. I know you're watching right now. Guarantee it. Martel confirmed it was a piece of Lily's blanket. There is more evidence than what the public knows. Really? So while you were lying, saying above in the white box here that none of that was Jack and Lily's, none of it whatsoever, you then later say, yeah, it's all Jack and Lily's blankets, right? And you're saying there's more than what meets than the public knows. Oh, interesting. So if you knew it on June 19th, 2025, and you've consistently said there's more than what the public knows, you've changed your stories around umpteen times, then you knew whenever you first lied. And why would you lie? Why would anyone lie about finding something that is so important as a blanket down the road when the children first went missing? Give me one good reason, chat, why Daniel would lie about a pink blanket being one of the children that is missing when they first went missing. You find something of a kid's a kilometer away. That's really big. Didn't he say he was scared? Why would you be scared or afraid? That would bring you hope. What would you be scared of, Daniel? That, oh my God, we found something. They've got to be around here somewhere. Innocent people don't lie. No, they don't. They don't lie. Mm-mm. Oh my God, we found something. Thank God, they've got to be around here somewhere. But you're afraid? Why? Because someone planted it? Ooh, That doesn't look good, Daniel. Doesn't look good at all. Didn't take their phones. That's right. How convenient, right, Daphne? Whenever children go missing, right? Malaya's still at the home. Janie's running around Tarnation, she says. She doesn't take her phone. Daniel doesn't take her phone, her phone, yeah, same thing. Daniel doesn't take his phone. And Malaya's at the house. But none of them take their phone because they don't want to keep in contact with each other. God forbid one of them find the children and, call and say, hey, I found the kids, or so they can keep in contact. You're going to want to keep in contact while you're running around, dropping a text at the very minimum. But no. Mathtel and Junkyard Janie doesn't take the phone. Then Janie doesn't answer the phone later on. She says when Malaya called the first time, and then Malaya calls 2 hours later, and Janie's worried kids will be found dead. WTF, the lies. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's very paranoid, Christian. He's so paranoid right now this week. Right? 1 second. What is this? Malaya has done nothing. All right. 2 seconds here. Daniel says Malaya's time at 10 a.m. is false. We can leave it at that. She never does wording like that. I love her more than anything. That will never change. I'm waiting for the chance to relive our first date over the waterfall and a walk on the Big Island beach with the Daniel you first met. She will know what that means. He's trying to get back with her. He's trying to make up for something. What did you do, Daniel? ? Malaya asked me, when noticed the kids are gone, should I call the police? The effing kids are gone. What else should you do? You also say in your interview, Daniel, that when you run up to the little forts where the kids are and you run back down, Malaya is already on the phone. Daniel says, my mom was napping and came outside because she heard me yelling that morning for the kids. Incorrect. Malaya was playing on her phone. She was? Because other times you say her phone was dead. Mom came out and said Malaya had a look of worry on her eyes, that mom was home. No tears. She wasn't scared. The kids were gone. Just a look of worry that she caught for doing something wrong. Like she got caught for something wrong. She never yelled once for the kids' names, trying to find them. Mom said it was odd the way she acted. So I ran through the house, searching every room, then came outside. The back sliding door. I did everything so fast. She said, they're gone when we were both outside. What about that front door, Daniel? You know, the one you said you was trying to keep the bear out the night before? Or the night, what was it? Thursday night into Friday morning? Why is this something that, why out of all nights you put up this thing because of a bear? Very odd. That's it. The bear took the blanket. Yeah. Garbage and put it down the tree. Yeah. Yep. Right on the trail there. Why not the back door too? Right. I would be more scared of a bear getting through a sliding door than I would the other door, to be honest with you. Why not the other doors? Yet the bear hasn't been around because Janie said the dog scared it off and she didn't leave out compost. Actually, bears like birdseed. Yeah, bears will eat anything. Exactly, Mama Angie. And listen, I mean, there are bears in Nova Scotia, but I don't recall any attacks. And why that night? Could it be, Daniel? Could it be, this is a question, that the math was going down good and the paranoia was paranoying? Was that what it is? And you thought someone was going to come in that house? Shh, be quiet. The police are coming, right? The paranoia. Don't make any noise. Everyone be quiet. Because I know of a kid here in the United States and other cases that I've covered that a child was unalived because the dad thought he was being too loud and he was on the math pipe and he wanted to quiet down the child because of his paranoia. And he did unthinkable. So why that? Very interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting. I think something really bad happened that night. Really, really bad. Okay. Let me pop this open. Which one was that one? Pardon me. Let me see which one I was on. She never yelled once trying to find them. No, I ran through the house. Okay. No, only with me because Malaya rarely ever went outside with them. I ran through streams up to my waist at times. Guys, tell me. Need to get a drink. What streams would go up to his waist that time of year? Can someone tell me? That is around that home. Yes, bears are sleeping in the wintertime. They are. But they're just coming out of hibernation at that time. I've heard that Mohawk. I know Locked and Loaded. It's crazy. I mean, seriously, does anyone know of a stream around there that would go up to your waist? Jam, I can't even run through a puddle without losing my breath or falling. Yes, guys, please hit that thumbs up. Mods, how many thumbs ups do we got? Oh, Kate, you. Okay, here we go. Come on, guys, hit the thumbs up. Come on, let's have a chicken party tonight. And I've got some new videos. They're really cool. I'm just saying, hit the thumbs up. Why does someone keep beeping outside? I ran through streams up to my waist many times. I could have slipped on a wet rock, hit my head and died, or fall on a stick or branch and get impaled and die. I did it for the kids, and the world will never see that. Dun, 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 dun. Mr. Mattel had all the energy that day. I don't know where Justin is. Remove all of that from yesterday. Remove it now. It paints Malaya in a bad light. Why, Daniel? You don't want someone to know your true feelings? Actually, here you just said you loved Malaya. He is such a diva, such a drama queen. People are attacking Malaya, detectives told me. No eye contact. Online is going after her, not me anymore. See, he's trying to paint it on Malaya. I passed the lie detector test. I told you I don't lie and tell the truth. Bullshit. Now they are hiding, hoping all this blows over. But I'm not letting it. I'm doing everything I can for these kids. She does no media. I do media for Lily and Jack, and they need someone to speak out. Took the RCMP 12 minutes to arrive on site, and Malaya's mom was there a few minutes later. Well, that's not true. Why did Daniel... He's smiling. Good to see you, baby. Why did Daniel paint this on Malaya's mom? She was there only a few minutes later. Like it's something strange. Right? We have the records. I was the one that said, here's my phone and lie detector tests. Let's do it. Will you do more lie detector tests, Daniel? I'm not being negative towards Malaya. I love her, but I never lie because that's not me. Bullshit. I say the truth, even if it hurts. I'm sorry to say that, but I live in reality, and reality is what it is. Her mother seized her phone and probably has her car keys. I know this because when my cousin called her on a private number, her mom picked up and said, Malaya's phone. Who's this? Her mother has something over her head of some kind. After her and her mother talked, Malaya was not the same. She's a psychopath. I know this I know that because she displays the traits. And I was the only waiting for one he means one trait to be exposed, and that was no empathy. And I finally seen it on full display when she never shed a tear the day of the disappearance. It's effing beyond sad. My heart breaks for Malaya. This is where he says he works with detectives. Now let's go to some of these new documents, shall we? I'm going to show you some of the search warrants and all of that. Joyous, mommy, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Joyous. Thank you, Joyous. Good boy. You are so good to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you received one of those Pearl memberships, make sure you thank our Mamacita, Senorita, Miss Joyous. Oh, what time's my next live? Ooh. 8:45. I'm going to change it to 9. Change it to 9 here. I'm on a roll. Thank you for all you do for working hard. Thank you, Sheila. Appreciate you, honey. Well, your mother is not the mother of the year either, Daniel. Let me tell you something. I was listening. Daphne, do you know where that is? Where Janie was like, they manipulated me. They got me cigarettes and dog treats. I want to clip that. They manipulated me the news with cigarettes and dog treats. You know, they gave me Virginia Slims 4000 and some vegan strips. Oh God. Please, I need to clip that. The way she says cigarettes and dog treats. Who the hell could you manipulate with cigarettes and dog treats? That's all it takes? RCMP, listen up. There you go. Tell Miss Janie that you will give her a lifetime of Virginia Slims and vegan strips and a wig for her dog. And you got it. You got it. That's all you got. That's all you got to do. I mean, talking about dumbing something down, right? Lord have mercy. All right. There is so many here. I just don't even know where to freaking start. Truly. All right. Let me show you this. They did do a lot of warrants. That is the absolute truth. But again, Daniel and them say that they did not take their phones. So they know, I mean, these warrants, I mean, of course they're going to check, right? But if there's nothing on, if they didn't take their phones, well, there's nothing going to be on them, right? This is record access order. Missing persons, Lilly and Jack Sullivan, must be provided to the RCMP by any person who has possession or control of the records The following records between May 1st, 2025 at 2:25 p.m. and May 2nd at 2:25 a.m. are authorized to be accessed. Records containing contact and identification, telephone records, and in particular, telephone and other electronic communication records, including without limiting the generality of the foregoing to records related to signals from a wireless device, cell phone records, inbound and outbound text messages, and internet browsing history records, global positioning tracking records. It is further ordered the following terms. Okay, let's see here what this says. Malaya and Daniel's phone. Forensic imaging already made of Malaya and Daniel's phone, and isolate the following for the full image. The following items stored data between May 1st, 2025, 2:25 p.m. and May 2nd at 10:27 a.m. Electronic communications, audio, web browsing history, programs, logs, and application, telephone, and other electronic communication records, including without limiting the generality of the foregoing records to signals for the wireless device, cell phone records, inbound and outbound text messaging, and internet browsing history, location data, and address books, passwords, and encryption. Any data set out in paragraph A. Data relating to ownership, possessions, access, use of control of device. It's all fine and well, but this is the thing. They say they didn't take their freaking phone, right? The Royal Canadian Mounted Police is conducting an ongoing investigation into the whereabouts of the missing person, Lilly Sullivan and Jack Sullivan, who was reported missing May 2nd at 10:01 a.m. by their mother, Malaya Brooks Murray. Malaya and reported Lilly and Jack left the house and believe they wandered away from their home, right? Not that they were abducted, not that someone could have taken them, but they left their home and wandered away. On May 6th and May 8th, images were taken of Malaya Brooke Murray's phone and Jack and Lily's stepfather, Daniel Martell's phone. Those records are currently located at the RCMP Digital Forensic Services located at 80 Gairloch Avenue, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Copies of the records or related to the missing persons may assist in the Royal Canadian in locating the missing person. Let's see here. I have experience investigating. This is about the officer that did this. Okay, I am a member of the Southern Alberta Major Crime Unit. Alberta is for almost 4 years. I have experience investigating numerous missing persons investigations, including MCU investigation. Is anyone familiar with that investigation in Canada? As the primary investigator in Team Command and as the lead investigator in frontline policing. I successfully completed the RCMP search warrant drafting course in Fort McMurray, Alberta in March of 2015. That was 10 years ago. This course is designed to train police officers on the understanding of how to use information and draft information to obtain warrants. Okay, on May 2nd, 2025, 6-year-old Lilly Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan were reported missing from their home at 1407 Gairloch Rd in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia. Lilly was last seen by her mother, Malaya, and stepfather, Daniel Martel Daniel, that morning sometimes, and of course the time is redacted, 8 o'clock, in my opinion, when she came into the bedroom. Jack had not been seen since the night before, but Malaya and Daniel heard him. Really? You heard? I thought one of you was you both heard him playing in the kitchen? Interesting. Huh. But Malaya and Daniel heard him playing in the house the morning during the same time frame. An extensive search involving ground search and rescue was conducted between May 2nd, 2025 and May 7th, 2025, but was unsuccessful. Their whereabouts are still unknown and the investigation is continuing. On May 6, 2025, Malaya provided her phone to police and gave signed consent for it to be searched. So 3 days later, you gave him the fucking phone. You guys didn't take the phone for 3 days. They could have fucking switched it out of it. Anything. God only knows. Some shit. Malaya Predator on May 6th. On May 7th, Daniel did the same. So 4 days for Daniel. 4 days after Daniel gave us in. Why didn't y'all take it the same day? I'm sorry, they're soft. They are soft. They're soft, in my opinion. On May 7th, Daniel did the same. On May 9th, RCMP Digital Forensic Services, DFS, provided Northeast Nova MCU and the images of their phone on USB. Their phones were returned to them. RCMP DFS said they will take the images already made of their phone and limit the data provided to fit within the parameters and the time frame specific to the order. They will provide new USBs and that specific data to investigators once the order is authorized. Let's see here. I added investigators' comment to explain, corroborate, further qualify, or link information, and to state my belief where the comments and beliefs are added. I have defined them with italics and the title of investigator comment in bold. All locations and motor vehicle license plates referred to in this information to obtain are in the registered in the province of Nova Scotia unless stated otherwise. I relied upon the following computer system for information related to the investigation. Police Reporting Occurrence System is the RCMP's computer system, which contains information obtained by the RCMP and various enforcement agencies during the course of the investigation, such as individuals' names, date of birth, address, telephone number, as well as file information. It can only be accessed by authorized personnel only. All right. Wow. Let's see here. On May 2nd, 2025, Pictou County RCMP was dispatched to a report of missing children in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia. The following is a summary of the dispatch information. Malaya reported her children, Lily and Jack, may have left the residence and were missing. May. She says they may have left. May have left the residence and was reported missing. She said they were both possibly autistic and were known to wander. Oh, you putting it out there right then. Oh, yeah. She's saying they're autistic when she's reporting them missing. Unbelievable. Marla, thank you so much, my dear, for renewing your membership. Please. Appreciate you, lovey-dovey's. Good to see you, my dear. Appreciate you. Already on script. Yep. They were never diagnosed. They just, in my opinion, just the same was with Brian Vasquez and all of these kids. I believe it's not autism. It's either abuse, neglect, or just lack of working with them. So she's telling this, the kids may have left and they have undiagnosed autism. And they were also known to wander. Really? They were known to wander? When's the last time they wandered? Tell me, when's the last time they wandered? He's salty. Perhaps. Salty, yeah. She said their boots were gone. Malaya reported them missing at 10:01. The dispatch information reported police arrived at 10:27. So 26 minutes. No, Joe. They're not at all. Yep, they're all claiming autism. Yep, all these parents are. It's crazy. I don't think she was I mean, I think Malaya, I think they were very lazy parents, and I think that they were into their own stuff. I don't think Malaya is the reason they went missing, but I do believe she knows what happened to them. And yeah. Parents don't act like this. Okay, Janie McKenzie provided 2 statements to police on May 2nd, 2025 and May 5th, 2025. Hold on, I didn't read this. No, I didn't read that. Okay. Janie McKenzie, also known as Janie, I call her Junkyard Janie, said Lily and Jack are her step-grandchildren. She lived in the camper on the property at the residence from where Lily and Jack went missing. She said she saw them all week. Regarding Friday, she said the following. On Friday, she got up and had a tea and a cigarette. Around 7 a.m., she went out to tend to her chickens and let the dog out. She went back inside and played a game on her phone. Timu. She got a call from her brother, Ron, at 8:48 a.m., and they talked about going to town. After she was done talking to him, she went back to bed and must have dozed off after scrolling on Facebook. She originally said she might have learned the children were gone around 8:48 a.m. What did I say? What did I say? 8:48 a.m. There you go. 8:48 a.m. She originally said 8:48 a.m. I've told you they want to push this mother chicken as close to 10 o'clock as possible. That's why they don't want to talk about the times. Do you, Janie? What if I give you a pack of cigarettes and some dog treats? She's about filling more potholes after feeding chickens. Yes. That is from 8:48 till 10:30. That's nearly 2 hours. Didn't Daniel say Malay was playing on her phone? Because he said her phone was dead. When the wording is similar to other versions, I believe it's not true, and stories starting to merge together, they can't keep lies straight. Yeah. She originally said she might have learned the children were gone around 8:48 before she talked to Ron, but later clarified the timeline in her second statement. I bet you did, Janie. I bet you did. I don't believe you was talking to Ron about going to town at all. I believe you was talking to Ron because shit was going down. In my opinion, at least. Her dog started barking, and that woke her up. Really? Your dog barking woke you up? She heard Lily and Jack in the backyard playing on the swing and laughing, then dozed off again. She woke up again when she heard Daniel yelling for Jack and Lily. See, you don't say that. In the fucking interview, Janie, you don't say that. You said you hear him, but that doesn't wake you up. She didn't think anything of it because Jack liked to look for bugs and get into things when he's doing that. So she thought Daniel might have been yelling for Jack for that reason. When she came outside after waking up again, she saw Malaya standing at the rock pile holding Meadow. Malaya said Jack and Lily were missing for about redacted minutes, 20 in my opinion, and she had called 911. Well, that's very interesting because Daniel says he runs up the hill, and by the time he gets back 30 seconds later and runs back down, that's when Malaya is on the phone with 911. But Janie is saying she's talking to Malaya right there and saying that she had already called 911. Who knows the exact time? Yeah. Because she's talking, she's looking at the phone about calling her brother. That's why she's saying 8:48. She looked at her phone. That's why she's saying 8:48 always. Malaya said Jack and Lily were missing for about redacted minutes, and she had called 911. Janie got her coat and boots and walked around looking for them. Daniel was searching for them. Her brother called again around 10:19 after all this had happened. How did he know all of this was happening? You see, he called back around 10 something a.m. He called back after all of this had happened. You said in your original interview, Miss Junkyard Janie, that you at 8:48 you might have knew Jack and Lily had already vanished, and then you would talk to your brother. And then here it says her brother called again around 10:19 after all this had happened. Why did he call back like that? Why did he call back like that? Had you told him that Jack and Lily were missing at around 8:48 that morning? Mm-mm. When she does answer after 10, call is less than 2 minutes. Does not make sense. What could be so complicated so quickly? Hold on, what? I read that wrong. I don't know where it went. What could be communicated so quickly? Yeah, there was a missed call from Ron. Yep, there was a missed call from Ron. That's a lot of talking to your brother early in the morning. Her brother called again around 10:19 after all this happened. On May 11th, 2025, here's a footnote. I listened to Janie's initial statement taken by Sergeant Rogan on May 2nd and read his report dated the same day. I also listened to Janie's second account statement by Sergeant McIntyre and Corporal Brown on May 5th. Malaya called her mother, who came to the house. When her mother arrived, Malaya talked to her and said, I told you they had autism. Why is Malaya pushing this autism? She's saying it on the phone. She is saying it to her mom, right? She's using this, in my opinion, as a way to say, well, this is why they walked out, because autistic children tend to walk out. Yep, Dina, exactly. Family started to show up. One of her brothers went to get an ATV. And they continued searching. I thought Justin went to go get the ATV, Janie. Janie said for the rest of Friday, she searched for the kids with her family members. Interesting. Y'all were on that ATV all Friday. No swing in the pics, only in JJ's interview. That's right, Sandy. That's right. Bam, bam. Yep. Janie provided some background information. Janie was concerned about the timeline because there was no way the kids could have walked from the yard up to the road where Daniel was in the vehicle without seeing her. What does that mean? Janie was concerned about the timeline because there was no way Jack and Lily could have walked up the yard up to the road where Daniel was in the vehicle without her seeing them. Why is Daniel in the vehicle at this time? Yeah, I've got another live scheduled. I don't understand that part. Daniel, you were in the vehicle? Janie said when the kids were in the yard, she usually watched them the most. Redacted. She said the kids were in school on Monday and Tuesday because the bus picked them up right outside their house. Wednesday was in service day and they were home, but they went to their grandmother's house to do laundry and didn't get home until 10 p.m. Thursday, they didn't go to school, but they were in the yard playing throughout the day, and she gave them snacks. So Thursday, they didn't go to school, but they were outside playing, and she gave them snacks. Why weren't they in school? If they were outside playing, why the hell they didn't go to school? Snacks, because, snacks. Janie said Malaya and Daniel are having financial difficulties. Redacted, which is why I believe they went to do laundry and stayed that amount of time, was, in my opinion, to take money from Malaya's grandma. Janie said Jack would not go for a walk on his own. She said Jack, Lily, and Daniel went for walks in the woods all the time. She said Jack, Lily, and Daniel went into the woods for walks all the time, and they had to carry Jack sometimes because he got tired and would just sit in one place. Janie said she does not believe the kids are in the woods. Malaya provided 4 statements to police. 2 statements were provided on May 2nd, 2025, one on May 3rd, and one on May 4th. The following is a summary of what she said. On the day Jack and Lily went missing, she heard them playing in the other room and that they were going, and she was going in and out of sleep. Lily came in the room around redacted hours a couple times. Daniel was sleeping the whole time, but didn't really wake up. She didn't hear them anymore around redacted. So she got up and they couldn't find them. So they called 911. The police came and got statements. Everything was frantic searching for them. Malaya did not think it would take days. Malaya discussed what happened earlier in the week. The kids went to school Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesday was a professional delay. She kept them off. The personal developmental day, and they were off. She kept them home Thursday and Friday. Malaya said she doesn't remember what they did on Wednesday specifically. She gave a detailed description of what happened Thursday. Malaya kept Lily home and Jack home from school on Thursday morning because they, not Lily, they had a cough. She contacted the school through the app around 6:18. The kids got up and came to the bedroom. The kids got up and came into their bedroom. Okay, this is Thursday. Meadow was already up and in bed with Malaya. Okay, so Thursday morning, Jack goes into and Lily goes into their bedroom. Kids are creatures of habit, right? They do the same thing. If he went in that bedroom Thursday, he's going to go in that bedroom Friday morning. Right? They're going to come crashing through that bedroom and they're going to say, "Hey mom, good morning." Yeah, well this is Thursday. This is Thursday morning they're talking about. Right? She got up and headed out to get the kids breakfast. They wanted the TV on and they wanted to play with their toys. Everyone woke up around 9 a.m. Malaya said she tidied up the house throughout the day and looked after the kids. She said she also scrolled on her phone and at one point because she was overstimulated. Math will do that. She had redacted in New Glasgow. Okay, we read that. 1 second. I want to see what Daniel says. On Friday morning, Malaya says her alarm went off at 6 a.m. and another one at 6:15 a.m. One second. What did Daniel say? Daniel worked every Monday at Redacted, the hardwood sawmill. They were having a hard time getting wood in, so they was only working 1 day a week. Huh. Daniel's family wanted her to bring the baby and stay with them, but she thought the correct decision was to stay with her mother. Daniel pulled her aside, trying to convince her to stay, but she told him she was going with her mother. Um, She said when they were not working, Daniel would help with his mother with building a fence and bringing in wood because that was, to heat. She said he is involved parent and would help her, especially when she was overwhelmed. He was not aggressive with the kids, but had a voice they listened to. There was never any physical discipline. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. She said when Daniel was looking for the kids, he opened the front door. He put a wrench on top of the door the night before and it didn't fall down. So Daniel said they must have gone out the backsliding door. The door was shut, but the kids would normally leave it open if they went outside because it was so heavy. So they say the screen door is heavy for them and they normally don't close it. NP, then Daniel, if someone else planted the blanket, then their DNA should show up on it, right? They asking how every child nowadays that disappears autistic and wandering away. Yeah, it's an excuse for most of them. And there's a lot of autistic children that get away, but there's that. Guys, I have another live scheduled. We'll come back to this. Thank you all for joining me. I'll be back here in just a few minutes. You guys are amazing. I love you. Come and join me. We're talking about Sebastian Rogers in the next one. Very similar. A lot of these cases are very, very similar. I'll see you guys shortly. Much love. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet already. And to my replay crew, thank you so much for joining me. Comment down below your thoughts on this case. And for extra bonus points for my live crew, after this is done, you can put a smiley face in the comments or whatever you want to do. Love you guys. Bye-bye.